I'm here with Rob Macdonald, Vice President of Exploration for Southern Silver. Rob, good to see you here today.
Nice to see you, Bill, and thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to see you. We're keen to talk about the Cerro Las Manitas project. Last summer you released a PEA, or updated the existing PEA. Could you tell us how that positions the company and what that PEA does, and talk a bit about how you move forward with CLM on that basis?
Yes, of course. Thank you. As you mentioned, it was an update of the preliminary economic assessment of the project, and back in 2022 when we filed the original one, we recognized at that time that there were things that we could do better. And I guess it goes back to the critical word in preliminary economic assessment is preliminary, and so we saw opportunities that we could create more value. We changed out one of the engineering firms that was doing the work. We've been very happy with the results, and what this has done is that it increased the NPV of at a 5% discount of the project upwards to $501 million US. From 340,
right.
And then it also increased the internal rate of return from 18, I think it was 18.2 to 21.2. So it's that in and of itself. It also rationalized some of both the site development and the development costs. I think our mine plan was refined and made better, and so it was a whole series of things that went into making the project just that much better for any potential acquirers that might be looking to get involved with the project moving forward.
Okay, so since then you did some proof of concept drilling, 2,300-ish meters in that neighborhood. What were the results? What did you find there, and how do you see the outcome of that program?
Yes, this was the idea, and when you look at our corporate development or our investor relation materials, our presentations, we talk about that the ability to expand the known resources. And this is particularly prevalent for the three deposits that have been outlined on the eastern side of the Cerro. On the western side of the Cerro, where we'd been drilling and exploring much longer, we were able to extend mineralization a kilometer below surface. On the eastern side, we on purpose decided to leave it less than 500 meters below surface, and part of that was we had some sense of the economics at the time, and we were looking at getting mineralization to the mill first. So there was really no drilling done beneath 500 meters. So we've always been of the belief that on the eastern side, one, there's some gaps in the known deposits and the shallow deposits that have been drilled to date, as well as mineralization is open at depth, and that you have the potential in that 500 meter to 1,000 meter below surface level to be adding what we believe are millions and millions of tons. You just need to drill there. We have, I think, one deep hole that came in at around 600 meters below surface, and that was an extension of our first hole on the property, actually. And that ended up hitting mineralization, not thick zones, but it demonstrated that mineralization still projects the surface. We have mineralization, we have three known shoots of mineralization at South Skarn, Mina Labacona, and North Fell site, and they were open at depth. We just simply weren't drilling because we had a cutoff, because we wanted to do the economic assessment, and so we went back to the South Skarn. We drilled 6 holes around that. We've demonstrated the lateral projection of mineralization. It thins out a little bit, but we were able to demonstrate that lateral projection. The highlight of the program was our hole 198, and that was down dip of the main mineralized chute. at South Skarn. That intersected over 20 meters, estimated true thickness of mineralized skarn mineralization, as well as several hanging wall zones that are golden rich that still have to be resolved with other intercepts from other holes in and around hole 198 or in the South Skarn deposit. So we're very happy that this shows that you have continued down dip projection of the mineralization. It's proof of concept that you can keep going deeper as well as fill in some holes laterally. And then there's two other deposits that with time we can get to drill those and continue building resources on the project in the future.
Do you plan to, is that those other two, you plan to drill those this year or?
I think at this time we've decided it has been a challenge to raise money.
Sure.
We started a financing in the fall, and then metal prices dropped off, as you know, and so then that created a lull in the market, shall we say? And so at this time we have completed a financing. We've completed the financing. The treasury is pretty full, and we're probably just wait and see at this time to see how we want to expend that.
That's $4 million in the treasury?
It's I think it's up to 4.6. 4.6. Yeah, 4.6. As of the closing of the financing, and so that money is there to keep the project the project and the company moving through 2025. We also have recently acquired an exploration project that we want to do some financing in, some exploration and drill targeting in, and getting that ready for drilling, hopefully within Q3 of 2025. So those are the things that we're looking at.
Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
No, go. No.
I was just going to ask, so the property you acquired is the Nazas property.
Yes.
And maybe this is a good way to land the plane, as it were, because this acquisition speaks to your strategy, I suppose, longer term, in terms of what you're going to do with Nazas and its relationship with Cerro Las Meninas. Maybe you could talk about that and how Southern Silver looks with Nazas or without Nazas, depending on how you move it forward.
Yes, I mean, with Southern Silver, we are explorers. We're not necessarily developers, and we thought that it was best, or that it would be best, I should say, if we were to have Southern as a single-purpose company with the development asset being Cerro Las Meninas. To that end, we've reinitiated a process to either sell or joint venture the project. We've engaged a number of third parties, tens of third parties, to gauge interest in how that project could move forward through either outright sale, joint venture, or potentially, if we have to finance it, how that would be structured in moving the company forward. We felt that it was best to leave then Southern Silver as a single-purpose company. So then the question became, what do you do with your earlier stage projects? And we had an opportunity to take on the Nazas project. And this is a project located in northern Durango. It is located just 12 kilometers away from the Pitarrilla deposit, which was originally developed by Silver Standard. It is now owned by Endeavour Silver, who are now putting what they have is the 300 million ounce silver equivalent sulfide deposit into production. They're moving that forward systematically. The Nazas project is located just 12 kilometers from Pitarrilla. The vendors of the project to Southern Silver are the same project generators that Silver Standard grub staked to find the Pitarrilla project, the Nazas project, and there's actually some other areas, regional areas, that were of interest at that time and are still of interest to us. We see the Nazas project as a flagship exploration project. We would probably, and it's still in process, we would be looking at maybe butterflying that out with the other exploration projects. And so we would have an exploration company and a development company.
With a cross shareholding in the development?
In the Butterfly, the same shareholders would hold shares. They would probably do a consolidation of that. So they would, and then maybe you would turn around and do a rights offering to see who wants to build up and support the next phase of exploration. And really, we are explorers. We actually do well with generative projects in our history. We continue to do that with Southern Silver and with other companies within our group. We have an excellent track record of that, and we think that the Nazas project is that next good opportunity to build value for the shareholders moving forward, while still leaving Cerro Las Manitas in a very good situation and well positioned to move that forward as a development project.
And so that's a 2025 to do.
Exactly. And I think there's some excellent opportunities right now. It seems that we move more on the metal price as opposed to any particular exploration news that we have. And so, if you think that, particularly silver, because Cerro Las Manitas is strongly leveraged to silver and zinc. I'm not sure where zinc is going to go, but a lot of the talking heads and the soothsayers are saying that we should see a significant increase in the price of silver. Again, Cerro Las Manitas is strongly leveraged to silver. It's a key and one of the larger undeveloped silver-based assets in the world. Excellent opportunity for investors to come on board, and you get the upside of a very interesting exploration project in the Nazas, which is immediately adjacent to the Pitarrilla deposit, but it does actually have a little bit more of a gold flavor than a silver flavor compared to Pitarrilla, which again is probably not a bad place to be these days.
So optionality in two different vehicles going forward.
Exactly. I think you've said it well, Bill.
Fantastic.